guys, welcome back to my channel. You've joined me today for a special spring clean with me where I am helping my sister's boyfriend clean out a used fish tank that he got for free on Facebook Marketplace. This is not something that I have cleaned before, but I've learned a lot about how you need to clean a fish tank in order to protect the fish that will soon be living inside it. So I'm excited to share what I've learned with you guys today, take you through the process, and you will see an incredible before and after in this video because this fish tank started off looking rough, and by the end, it is sparkling and so clean. If you are new, be sure to subscribe by clicking the red subscribe button down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it, and let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we did was dump the tank completely upside down to get the sand, leaves, and other debris out from inside. Next, we hosed down the entire inside of the tank to start softening the algae to make it easier to clean later on. After we had hosed down the inside of the tank, the next step was to remove the contact paper that the previous owner had taped to the outside of the fish tank, blocking one side of it. With the contact paper removed, it was time to get started cleaning the inside of the tank. Here are the supplies that we used to safely clean this fish tank. You'll see we used distilled white vinegar, fine salt, and then a couple of different scrubber brushes, one that's got a handle and more of like a sponge pad, and the other that's more of a scrubber tool. And then the last thing we used was a bucket that has not had anything else in it other than materials safe to clean a fish tank. We then combined the salt and distilled white vinegar to make our cleaning solution. This was not a scientific process. I would estimate we used between a half cup and a cup of fine sea salt and probably 2 to 3 cups of the distilled white vinegar. Mix them together in a bucket and voila, you've got yourself a safe cleaning solution for the inside of a fish tank. The process itself for cleaning even the dirtiest of fish tanks like we've got here is pretty simple. I'm just going to use the scrubber pad that's got the handle on it, dip it into my salt and vinegar mixture in my bucket, and scrub the inside of the tank. This method takes a lot of elbow grease, but the salt combined with the vinegar does give you some power to help get through all of the grime on the inside of the fish tank. Why salt and vinegar are safe to use, and you want to use this and not other cleaning supplies, is because cleaning supplies can sit, even if you have wiped it and rinsed it, in the seal of the fish tank, and over time it can release back into the water, poisoning the fish. Why it is important that you use special tools in addition to the vinegar and salt as your cleaning solution is for the same reason. Any sponge that you get at the grocery store, it's likely pre-treated with soap or other chemicals. So you want to make sure you are buying your tools at a pet store that they are specially designed and have not been pre-treated with anything else. Same reason that we're using a bucket that has only been used for cleaning fish tanks before, just to make sure that there are no traces of chemicals that could seep into our cleaning solution and eventually the fish tank. What I found pretty quickly was the amount of grime that built up on the sponge I was using was ridiculous. Before long, I was dipping my sponge back in the bucket and it was making my vinegar and salt solution really dirty. So what I would recommend is before you dip your sponge back in, almost every time or every other time, depending on how dirty your fish tank is, you want to hose that off and make sure you're putting a clean sponge right back into your solution. It's going to make your supplies last a lot longer, and it's going to help ensure that you are using an actually clean solution for your fish tank. It's the same idea with a mop and dirty water. You don't want to be cleaning your floors with dirty mop water. You don't want to be cleaning your fish tank with dirty salt and vinegar solution. I mean, ew. Just look at that sponge and how much had built up on it. But this is one of the most satisfying parts for me, when you can take something so dirty and make it spotless in less than 5 seconds. After what seemed like quite a lot of effort, a lot of elbow grease, the fish tank was coming along nicely, so I had scrubbed the entire inside of it and scrubbed the outside. I wanted to hose it all down, get all of the cleaning solution that we had put on off, and see how we were faring at this midpoint in the process. I did find that there was still quite a bit of sand and debris that had made its way back to the bottom of the fish tank because we hadn't gotten it out from our process earlier. So I was trying to wipe some of it off with paper towels for a while. I ended up repositioning the fish tank on the table. Didn't film this part, but was able to hose out in a different direction and get all of the debris out from the bottom. At this point, the fish tank was ready to be cleaned again, this time only touching up the places that hadn't been cleaned enough the first time or had been overlooked. I was using the scrubber sponge again, and Tyler was also using the rubber scraper tool that we had. After this, the fish tank was ready to be dried before later applying the glass cleaner and aquarium safe sealant that I'll show you in a bit. Once the fish tank had been completely dried, I used this Fritz glass and acrylic cleaner with a microfiber cloth to polish the outside of the glass all the way around the fish tank. The last thing we did to make this aquarium look brand new was apply an aquarium safe sealant on the creases where the glass met in the fish tank. The prior seals had been coming off, so we wanted to make sure that we resealed those. I was so incredibly happy with how this project turned out. This fish tank went from looking like it was worth nothing to looking brand new. It's going to look great inside the house once it is ready to be used. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.